Welcome everyone to Office Hours with TradersPost on this June 14th. What a great day to be alive. I'm your host, Tom Hartman, part of the marketing team here at TradersPost, and I'm here with Mike, Too Cool for School Christensen, CSO of TradersPost. How's it going, Mike?
Doing well, Tom. Appreciate you asking. How are you, man?
Oh, good, good. Clearly, summer has started early for you, and you're
Yep.
you're ready to to take on that spirit. I'm imagining that slowly over time, over these sessions, the shades will be met with a suit, and will be met with a cape, will be met with a staff, and you'll just really turn into like a Matrix character.
I'll just be a different character every time we get on. That sounds good. Yeah. No, I told you earlier, markets are just so radiantly hot right now that I had to throw on some shades. No. I got some kind of eye issue today, and glasses look less hideous than the way my eye looks right now. So
Well, so many of the streamers that I follow have started putting shades on, and I'm sort of like, you know what? I might want to try that too. And today it cemented it. When you put it on, I was like, okay, I got to try shades one day.
it's a good
So I
look.
I promise I'll try that at some point this summer.
Sounds good.
All right. So just to start it off with a couple of announcements, I just wanted to bring it back to people's attention. I know if you're watching this, you might have seen it, but just in case you haven't, we do have a podcast series called Trading Box Sessions, hosted by Mike, where he interviews different notable figures within the retail trading space. And just wanted to bring it up in case you haven't seen it because they're fantastic episodes with people that I mean, I never thought I would ever actually see interviews with some of these people at some of these levels. You see so many other channels where you have very hedge fund managers, and you have institutions, people from different institutions, and you're like, okay, that's great, but how does that help me as a retail trader? And on Trading Box Sessions, you get people who are indicator creators, people who have gone through the process of dealing with prop firms, developing strategies that are available to the public. So you definitely want to check it out. These are all evergreen videos, and I think you'll find it pretty interesting. More importantly, we'd love to get your feedback if there's any people that you like for Mike to interview, right? If there's people within the space that
Yep.
you think don't have the visibility that they deserve, or have been doing something pretty fantastic within the space, whether creating a product or developing a strategy or providing signals, whatever it is, let us know inside of the comments here, tweet us, message us, and we'd be happy to take a look.
Yeah, I'm also interested in even people out there that are early in their journey and just trying to pick up what they're learning at this point. I remember I listened to a lot of the Chat with Traders episodes with Aaron Fifield, and he had a couple of episodes where he would interview traders that were pretty young to trading, maybe 6 months or a year in. And those are still such worthwhile conversations because it's so fascinating to hear where they're at in their mind right now, and then you follow up with them in a couple of years to see where they're at in their mind and what they've learned and how they've overcome some of the challenges in their journey. And everybody needs that, especially if you're early on in your trading journey right now, and being able to relate to what people are going through is helpful to overcome some of these obstacles.
I've also seen from I would love to see people who haven't necessarily automated their trades yet, but that their strategy could be automated, and like sort of like we're introducing them to that sort of idea, because there's plenty of retail traders, successful retail traders, ostensibly, that show up on different YouTube channels, and I'll watch them and I'll say, hey, that thing should be automated. Why? They know their setup, they know their conditions.
Mhm.
Why are they doing this all manually? And invariably, you'll hear within the interview, someone will ask, "Well, you're doing this on gold. Why not also do it on the Nasdaq?" And they're like, "Oh, well, I can only pay attention to one thing at the same time." And I'm screaming at my screen, "Why aren't you automating the strategy if it works in different conditions?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next, after that is something we just launched as a pilot project called After Hours. You'll see some clips already on the YouTube channel for that. And what we're doing is trying to we understand that automated trading is not necessarily the beginning of your trading journey. That you care about everything about the industry itself. That surfacing ideas for trading strategies, trying to understand when certain types of reports or events happen within the markets, how that might impact you. So after hours is an experiment that Mike and I are trying here to see if we touch on different subjects that are tangentially related to automated trading, if that can help spark ideas for you, and give you more paths to go down in your automated trading journey. How are you enjoying them so far?
The after hours episodes?
Like, yeah, trying talking about things that are not specifically the platform.
Oh, I love it. I mean, obviously, you know me, Tom. I'll talk about markets all day long. I'll cover any topic you want. So, and you made a good point when we came up with the idea of the after hours concept. It not everything starts with just launching right into automation statistics, the whole quantitative side of things, trying to understand how to develop a signal out of the market. Understanding the market as a whole is a huge step in the journey. What are the institutions doing? What are market participants doing? Why are people trading options this way? Where are flows going? Where does volume show up on the charts? All those questions are extremely important to developing a good thesis behind an automated strategy. So I love these topics.
Excellent. And it's always been fun to, as the newest member of the team, you guys will have conversations. And I'm sitting there going, this should be live stream. This should be on a video. Everybody who's like participating in the Discord group, I know if they knew that you guys were talking about what you're talking about, they'd be like, hey, could you record that, please, and let us hear about it? And so that's
You
the attempt for
you
that.
mean like every top I called on Bitcoin for the last like 6 tries?
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, you saved my trade. I was like, oh my God. Thank you very much, Mike.
That's funny.
All right, perfect. So let's move on to the questions that we've received this week. As always, office hours, we're here to help you learn the platform better, how to use TradersPost better and better every week, and also to take your feedback, right? To see if there's anything that we can improve, to see where there's any sort of pain points, because we want to make TradersPost the best automated trading platform for you and your trading needs. So we're going to start off with a question that came from Discord this week, where someone was asking, how would I limit my strategy so that only the first buy trade is executed, even if subsequent buy signals are sent?
Yep. So it actually works this way by default. If you send an entry signal, or what in this case an action buy signal to Traders Post, and you don't have the strategy settings set up to add, there is a function within the settings that enables or disables the ability to add to those positions. If that is not checked and turned on, then that second trade is going to be rejected because you already have an open position within that particular symbol. So it's totally supported within the settings.
Would you know where I can find that on the
Sure.
screen here? Let me just
Yeah. Just
try
pull
this
up
there. Yeah, so where would I head?
into any of your subscriptions or strategies. Either one of those, we can take a look at the settings, and then do you see the subscription defaults there at the bottom? We'll have to open that up.
Perfect. Subscription defaults.
And then scroll down just a little bit. Allow add to position is no. So if you were to send in a second buy signal on the same ticker with this strategy, because you have allow add to position disabled, it's going to reject that second order.
Understood. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Oop, this is the problem with having 4 screens now. I have to find where my mouse is. All right. Next up, someone. So this, I brought this up because it comes up every once in a while in the support tickets. Someone will say, "Would traders supposed contact my broker on my behalf to help me with an issue?" Um, and this
Sometimes.
comes in like very shapes and sizes. From what I've seen, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, when the problem has to do with, hey, we wonder if there's like some issue with traders specifically that's causing the issue. Of course, we want to investigate in order to see if we can, if there's an error that needs to be fixed or something we
Mhm.
can improve. But if it's a issue, if the error message is very clear and the situation is like clearly comes from your broker, we'll direct you to your broker in order to figure out what's going on with your account there.
Yep. Yeah, there are some instances where we see an error that we don't expect on our side. And because we have such close relationships with the brokers, we'll reach out to our contacts there and just kind of follow up on issues that we've seen crop up. But in terms of like mm, reaching out to the broker on your behalf to fix the issue as sort of a delegate, probably not. We need you to, as a user, to of course manage the trades you have with your broker, and in many cases the issues that you might experience are specific to your account. But when we see something that appears to affect more than one user on our side, we definitely try to reach out to the brokers and figure those issues out. So it's kind of case by case dependent.
And one thing to mention, and I see this all the time with the the people within the Discord, people will ask a question. I mean, I'm guilty of this too. People will ask a question, and the answer is often already in our documentation. And our documentation is actually very easy to search. You just press a Command or Control K on your keyboard. You type in what you're looking for, and it'll surface the information that you need. So chances are, if other people have had this problem before, there's going to be something in the documentation in order to address it. And I'll always love when someone posts a question and then another member in the community will just send a doc. They'll send a link to the docs. This is where it's answered. This is where it's answered. They go, okay, yeah, we're doing our job properly if that's the case.
Yeah, and I want to always reiterate too that our documentation is actually built on an AI model. So when you use Control K on the documentation page and do a search, it's actually analyzing your input and determining if it can answer your question as well. So feel free to ask questions of the AI model because we specifically have written our documentation so that many of these questions have been answered on a page so that the model that's built on top of it is trained on that documentation. If somebody asks a question that we don't have in our documentation, we tend to go and add that into the documentation so that it shows up in the results. So, we realize there's a ton of stuff there, and using the search is a very quick way to surface what we have likely already written about.
All right. So quick question here regarding affiliate program. So someone was asking, how long does it take to receive a payout from the affiliate program? Specifically because they couldn't see any specific link that they can click in order to pay out. So what's the general answer for this?
We run payouts monthly. We are kind of experimenting with different minimum payout requirements at the moment. We had set it to $100 recently, but we've had some requests from smaller balances to actually be paid out. So at the moment, it's kind of flexible, but we're trying to come up with a consistent routine and a consistent payout schedule. So sort of to be determined on that. But in general, we do pay out on our affiliate program at the end of every month.
Excellent. This is a question actually from me. I was wondering if someone's allowed to connect their TradersPost account or brokerage account that isn't under their name.
So we don't technically monitor for this. I would say that publicly, that's probably not advisable because it violates the terms with the broker in some way. I think typically brokers have an expectation that the user connected to the account is the owner of the account, and that if you're going to connect to an account that's owned by somebody else, I believe they have to add you as a user to the system. I would ask this question specifically to the broker to confirm that they're okay with that connection being made. Because at the end of the day, as a technology provider at TradersPost, those specific types of rules are actually under the terms of service with the broker and not with us. And it has to do with effectively liability concerns. If you're connecting to a brokerage account that isn't under your name and you take a trade under somebody's account that you don't have, that you're not a beneficiary of, you're sort of assuming fiduciary responsibility to that account and could end up creating a liability with that person. So I would tread very carefully there.
Yeah, so I wanted to bring this up as an opportunity also to speak about user accounts, which is how a client of mine dealt with this issue, where you can grant a specific user account so someone else who has a Trader Supposed account can log in with their own username and password in order to manage certain settings within your account, which is the situation that I had found myself in, that I needed to be able to help connect the strategy to TradersPost. And then TradersPost has this wonderful feature that allows me, I don't have to request the password from my client. I don't have to connect to their broker. They can handle all that. And I can actually go in, change all the settings and have it set up, and know that the trades are passing through without me having to actually log into their brokerage account. So
Yeah.
that is a feature, in case you're not aware of, exists on TradersPost.
Yep. Agreed.
And finally here, someone was asking, well, there we go. That's where I'm to lead to. Can I grant someone temporary access to my account without sharing my password? This is where the user accounts come into play. You don't have to give people your your password, you can set them up with the user account, and then you can revoke that access, which is great. You
Yeah.
can be like, all right, I'm done with this person. I don't have to go through the rigmarole. I don't have to ask them anything. I don't have to change my own password. I could just undo their access to my account.
Yeah, we should clarify that user management is only available on the pro and premium plans.
That's right.
It isn't available on the lower plans. So if you're wanting to share this with somebody else, you'll have to upgrade that account so that you can essentially add a user account to your account, and then that person can log in and see all the same strategies and subscriptions and everything that's in the account.
Perfect. And it's very easy to use, very easy to switch within the interface. I was
Mhm.
pretty impressed with that. All right. So that's it for the questions that we have this week. I mean, I love, I love my days with Traders Post is always so nice. All the people involved within the company, all the people within the Discord. I never wake up and come to my emails or come to the Discord platform and be like, "Oh, the sky has fallen." It's always these manageable problems with responsible people who have a little bit of like degen in them as well, because we're all in the retail space. We're all like, instead of the casino, let's use our heads in order to trade. So I really like this atmosphere. You guys have really
Well,
built up a good community.
Tom, I need to stop you, man. I don't have any wood nearby, and the moment you say that, we're gonna get a bunch of emergencies coming through. No, kidding.
That's right. Excellent. All right, so we're gonna head off now to do after hours, guys. It won't be live stream at the moment. We're gonna be doing them behind the scenes first and releasing those clips over the next few days. But if you have any questions for office hours for next week, as always, you can post them on our YouTube channel. You could tweet them. You can send us a support ticket, or you can post it in Discord. We're always looking for ways in order to make TradersPost the best platform for you. So thank you very much, and I wish you a great weekend.
Happy Friday, everyone.